All right, we are back for week 2 with Shelby on her journey. So we're just going to go ahead and get started here. I'll ask a few questions and then I'm going to hand it over to Coach Faye. So Shelby, how are you feeling this week so far going into week 2?
Pretty good. I feel like for me, I think the lipo injections help a lot with I think I definitely noticed the first one I took, I slept so good that night. Like I didn't have any problems with that. Sometimes I have problems falling asleep or stuff like that, but definitely helps. And I feel like it helps with my mood as well.
Nice, that's awesome. And how much weight did you drop this week?
This week, I think it was just 2 pounds.
Okay, that's good. That's
not as much as the first week, but that's okay.
Okay, but you're also starting on a more of a fit physique, and so I feel like we're going to see some little differences there for you.
Yeah,
someone that maybe
what I was
has
gonna say.
50 pounds to lose. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have as much to lose.
Yeah.
Right,
So 2 pounds this week, and then your total loss so far?
I think it's 9 pounds in 2 weeks.
9.6.
9.6, yeah.
How much is it?
Yeah.
Almost 10.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know.
Cool. So on the semaglutide, have you learned anything new about yourself or kind of noticed anything specifically when it comes to food, like maybe how you approach it or anything differently?
I think definitely I'm not as hungry as it's supposed to be, but I feel like I definitely don't crave oh, let me have something bad, because I feel like definitely this past week I wasn't as hungry, but I noticed that I definitely want to get my fruits in and my veggies. It's not really I have cravings for anything bad. It kind of just makes me want to stay with my protocol and stuff like that. So that helps a lot, because I know it's something strict to stay to, but I think the semaglutide helps you honestly with that.
Yeah. So old Shelby, we'll leave her over there now.
Yeah.
So, what were some old habits that maybe you're I don't even kind of lean back to those? What are you noticing that you're those aren't inhibitors anymore?
Definitely my food choices. And then especially I was saying, a big thing for me, when I go out, at social events, is I'll have something bad for me, but then I'm oh, I just ruined my whole diet for the week. Let me just overindulge in everything. I ruined it already. But now I'm just I just pick the healthier option, whether it's don't get fried food or stuff like that. So definitely choosing the healthier option as best as I can.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn it over to Faye to coach us. Let's go.
Coach.
All right. So what's something that you would say you remembered that you missed for this week? I forgot to do this.
For me, so I was telling you before, I got a new phone this week and I was having troubles with vlogging and stuff. So I whenever I got all my new apps and everything, I was oh crap, I need to go back in and try to remember everything I did eat for the day. So that was a struggle for this week, is trying to stay on track with that because of my phone and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'm sure, since you have everything situated right now, that's going to be easy for you.
Definitely easier.
All right. How about your goals for this week? What do you plan to do differently, or what do you plan to retain for the week?
As every week, stay on my protocol, get to the gym more, because me and my boyfriend go. I definitely like to resistance train stuff, and I know that's a big thing, is keeping the muscle mass on. And then making sure to get in my logging every day.
All right, that's good. That's good. So with your 2-pound weight loss, I just wanted to say, right? I know it's kind of sometimes frustrating when you lose a lot on your first week, and then suddenly on your second week, you kind of lose 2-3 pounds, right? The usual average weight loss is around that range. So I don't want you to get demotivated about it, right? But I would say you're doing really well. You went to date night and still lost, right? How was that?
It was good. The food was really good. We went to somewhere called Papados, so it was seafood. So I was like, well, at least I have a lot more options for like protein and healthier. So I was like, I got some red snapper, didn't get it fried or anything. So like I said, that's where I was like, let me pick something that's like more on my protocol.
Good job. That's
Awesome.
great. That's great. So you also mentioned that it was kind of a little bit difficult for you to get all the food in, right?
Yeah.
So I would
Like this
definitely.
week. This week it was just like harder. I feel like, well, once you start like how you guys try to say like wait till like 12ish to eat, so like basically intermittent fasting. But I've noticed like before it was a little hard, but now it's like easier for me. It'll be like 3 o'clock and I'm like, I'm not even hungry yet. But it's also important to get that nutrients in because there can be various things like just like the muscle, losing the muscle mass. And I know some people have experienced hair loss with it. So it's just like making sure to get that nutrients in so your body does have it.
Correct. Don't definitely. This is something I usually tell my clients: do not undereat. If you feel like it's getting a little bit of a challenge to get all the food in, I would definitely recommend starting off with protein in the morning, like Formula One, right? What's good about pumping yourself up with protein in the morning is kind of it promotes protein synthesis. Basically, it makes your body like a natural fat burner, right? So it's at least it's not that heavy, like trying to get food in, right? And then if you want to substitute one meal per day with level 1, that's the recommended protocol approved meal replacement that we have. I think that's something that you can do because some of the clients, they would say, I'm too tired to even eat dinner.
Right.
So I think it's something that would still help you get all the nutrients that your body needs. So basically, you just have like one actual meal at lunch, protein shake in the morning, meal replacement at night. Still, you'd get like, the total package.
Right. And that's why like this week I was like, I'll see if I'm like less hungry again this week. And then I'll definitely look into that because I'm like, I definitely want to get my nutrients, but don't want to just be like, oh, well, because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't eat that much today. That's a success, but that's not good for your body. So you also have to like, yeah, you want to lose the weight, but you need it for your body to just continue going,
Yeah, definitely. And you work out a lot. So
yeah, definitely for working out. You got to keep that protein up or you're not going to see much results in the end.
Correct. So yeah. And anything else that you'd like to add, Chelsea?
No, I think the last thing I would add is how often are you getting to the gym and weight training?
I guess it just depends on the week. Probably like 3 to 4 times a week, I would say.
Okay, cool. And how's your energy levels during your workouts?
Honestly, I feel like with my weight loss and I'm just checking myself out and I'm like, I look good. So I just
there you go.
pump and do the workout.
Getting pumped.
Like I can only get better results. Just keep going.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So no, the biggest factor is, keep up with the weight training for sure. We can't wait to see your results because definitely that's something we want to get all of our clients on that level. So make sure you're taking your weekly photos and having those updates because that's the key thing there. You're going to have weeks worth of 2-pound loss, maybe 1-pound loss, maybe a 3-pound loss. But the fact that you're stimulating that muscle maintenance or muscle growth, depending, really to put on muscle, we'd have to be in a slight maintenance surplus. So the fact that we are here to just stimulate the muscle, maintain it, lose body fat, that's our goal right now. It's going to be an exceptional before and after for you. And I always encourage everyone to document it because when you see that progress, that's going to be motivating and it's going to be little inches every single week. So make sure you're taking those weekly photos. And all in all, super proud of you, Shelby. Amazing week. I love the commitment to your program and we look forward to checking in with you next week for sure.